Welcome to Second City Entertainment, everybody. I am Ryan, Chief Nasty Ebner, alongside my partner in crime this evening, Joey Real Talk Catrano. We got a lot to get to, guys. Joey, why don't you tell the fans before we start where to find us at?
All right, guys. So you go to the YouTubes, search us up, Second City Entertainment. We be there.
We be there.
You also go to Facebook, Second City Entertainment. Believe it or not, and on Instagram.
I bet it's the same.
Spoiler alert: Second City Entertainment. For Twitter, we got you here. Second City, capital E.
Thank
we
you.
actually just talking. We don't know if it has to be capital,
Or
but
lowercase or not.
just put the capital E at the end.
Yeah, just be safe.
That's where we'll be at.
So this weekend, and you're probably looking at me like, Ryan, I know what we're talking about. Why are we starting with our story of our weekend? But just hang on. So we went to Chicago Open Air, the very first one, a bunch of rock and metal bands, good food, good drinks, good times had by all. Joey, did you have a good time?
Hell yeah. It was awesome.
It was great. We saw a lot of great bands, Slipknot, Disturbed,
Rammstein. Only American Show.
There's a lot of great bands. And the reason I'm doing this, or I'm talking about this, is because not to be like, hey guys, we had a great fucking weekend. No, but something touched me while we were there, and I think it was specifically, not something touched me while we were listening. I think it's Disturbed. And it kind of struck me as so many crazy things are going on in the world right now. There's a lot of hate. While we were there, the terrorist attacks in France happened. That guy drove a semi through a crowd of people and was shooting them, and it's just crazy shit. Officers being shot, crazy things. But for this weekend, it didn't matter if you were white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. Purple, don't matter. Didn't matter your religion. Didn't matter any of that. But people came together for music.
Yep.
And it was something that in a time where the world is just in chaos, it feels like right now, especially in our country, to be able to see that and be able to be a part of that with all those people just united towards one thing. That was music. So I just thought, to me, that stood out huge to me this weekend, that music can touch you in so many different ways. It can be something that soothes you. It can be something that drives you. You can listen to it for a number of different reasons.
Yeah, it could be like motivating. It could calm you down. It could pump you up.
Right.
All different sorts.
But we all love music some way, whatever music you like. We ended up really enjoying hard rock and heavy metal, and it was really cool to see that those genres obviously are not dead, because there was a shit ton of people there.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, it was so great to see these all walks of life come together for a central cause. So what we're going to talk about today, I feel like it has to be addressed, although we don't normally do podcasts like this, is in particular the recent shootings with cops on both ends of the spectrum. There's people being shot. There's maybe some cops that are a little power hungry and they need to calm down a bit.
A little trigger happy.
Right? And there's also people that are shooting cops, just to shoot cops. So let's start with Dallas. A couple weeks ago, Micah Xavier Johnson, former Army Ranger or Army Reserve in Afghanistan, shot and killed five officers.
Yeah, five.
Sniped them. 9 others were injured, and 2 bystanders were injured as well. Joey, your thoughts? Well, before we get to that, and recently in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Gavin Long, former Marine Sergeant, kills 3 officers in broad daylight. 3. He also went by the name Cosmo Stepenra online. He changed his name to that, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Fuck 'em.
Right. Both in those cases, both of them are now dead. In Dallas, they sent a bomb robot in after trying to talk to him, so he blew up. In Gavin Long's case, I believe he was shot. I believe that's how that went down.
Yeah, you shot that in your gunfire.
So Joey, Real Talk Catrano, your thoughts on what is going on in our country right now?
Well, I think the scary thing with because they, believe it or not, I believe these are connected, because why are ex-military coming out and doing these shootings?
Right.
That's terrifying, because they're trained.
Right.
They know way more than these police officers do.
Yep.
Because they're trained in actual war combat.
Right.
Where police are civilian combat.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different. You can't even compare the two. Mm-hmm. So, very terrifying that an ex-Marine and an ex-Army reserve is coming out here and shooting police officers who have a job to protect the innocent, which is pretty much what the military is doing, is protect the homeland.
Right.
So it's kind of like you're just kind of killing yourself in a way.
Your own kind.
Yeah, if you're killing the police officers, you're not helping anybody. You're hurting yourself.
Right.
But you can think whatever you want. I mean, that's not how the world works. But apparently, with everything the way it's going, maybe this is how it works. So, very shitty. The thing is, I don't think it's going to get any better. It's going to get a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
It's going to get a whole lot worse. Because people don't give a shit.
Right.
Like, what is to stop someone from... What's to stop us from going outside right now and just shooting up the police department? Like, there's no thing. And, like, if you get pulled over, then the cops are afraid to do anything. Because they're like, am I going to get shot or am I going to shoot them? Mm-hmm. And you have rebuttal on either side. If you shoot someone, and God forbid they be black, that officer is in huge trouble. Just because that guy's black. Only reason.
Right.
But on the other side, if the black guy shoots the cop, good for the black guy, good for him.
Right.
He killed that cop. He was about to kill him.
Right.
I say, fuck all that. That's not how it works. If you look like you're reaching for something, you are not listening to the police.
Right.
I don't care who you are. You're a scumbag. Mm-hmm. You probably should be shot.
Right.
You probably should. It's probably for the best.
There was I could not. I don't know if he was Hispanic or white. I couldn't tell. He was, I believe, walking towards the officers. They saw, supposedly there was a call made into the police department. A guy was walking around the street with a rifle.
Was it the 16-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah. I actually watched the video. Yeah.
Okay, so did I. So, and you see in the video, he says something about like, I hate my life, and starts to reach for something. Now, again, I've seen Gran Torino, okay? And Clint Eastwood is reaching like he's really got a gun, and he doesn't. But they shoot him, right? Okay. In the movie, we hate those guys because they kill Clint Eastwood. But if you flip around and you're just looking on the outside, looking in, right? If someone is reaching in like they're going to pull out a weapon,
you open fire.
Yeah. Regardless of whether you're a police officer or just a civilian.
No, because I'm going for my conceal and carry. If we're in a confrontation and someone reaches for something, I will not hesitate.
Right.
Because I'm going to protect my life from the life of everybody else.
Right.
Just because you want to be a retard, I'm not going to let that happen.
But my thing is, too, is there was no riot about that.
No.
Okay? Here's the thing about... maybe
there was a little
bit.
Because he was young.
Right. Let's go here with the whole protesting that we're seeing lately. There's a right way and there's a wrong way to protest. Okay? I saw a thing. These people happen to be black that they're trying to interview. All the interviewer's trying to do is just, hey, tell your side of the story. That's what he wants you to do. And they acted so ignorant and just started screaming at the guy saying, fuck you, you're the fucking problem. Get the fuck out of here, screaming at the guy. That's not making your cause look good. It's stupid. Okay? This isn't about just rioting, and that's not what this should be about. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. The whole thing of the whole hashtag Black Lives Matter, I call bullshit on that.
Oh, that's major bullshit.
My thing is, whatever the color of your skin doesn't designate whether you matter or you don't. Okay? If you're a good person, you matter. Regardless of what race you are, what religion you believe in, whatever the fuck you do, if you're a good person, then you matter. Mm-hmm. Okay?
It's not even like human lives, but it's all lives. It's like
everything.
Even for dogs.
Mm-hmm. Just because you're a pit bull.
Yeah. I just adopted a pit bull.
Yeah.
And others will look at it, oh, that dog needs to be euthanized, that dog needs to do that. That's exactly the same thing that's happening with humans right now. Oh, you're black, you need to be shot.
Right.
That's not how it works. Just because she's a pit bull, just because you're black, that doesn't, I'm not going to automatically put you in that group.
If you're a good person, you don't deserve to be shot. Mm-hmm. Now, we could sit here and, we could debate whether or not these people that have been shot lately are innocent or not. I don't know their life story. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know. Body cams would be really fucking useful for those reasons. But my thing is, too, is that we are the public, right? And public opinion rules all. That is something that I've definitely seen growing as social media grew. Public opinion is definitely the law of the land, it feels like at times. So we got all these people who I guess went to law enforcement school, went to the police academy, and they understand how this works. I guess they were trained, and they understand that it's really easy not to do a kill shot. Beats me. My stepdad was a cop, And my mom was a dispatcher. So to me, I was always taught and I was raised in a way that like you respect them, right? They respect you, you respect them. That also goes that there are these cops that are not respecting individuals, and that's bullshit too. I don't want to just be like, oh man, you guys are just picking on the black people. That's not how this is at all. It's anybody. If you're a cop and you're acting like a complete jackass, that's bullshit. I don't believe anyone needs to be shot dead because they're acting like a jackass, but I would have been dead a while ago. But the thing is that as a police officer, you have a right, or you have a duty to serve
and protect
the citizens, regardless of who they are. Now, I also found it funny, this is a little bit aside, but I saw an article about these kids, this group, and these young kids, and they posted on Twitter, we're going to be burning flags in whatever park it was in New York. So they're burning the American flag, and this biker gang walks up and beat the shit out of them, or started to, and they ran, they called 911, help me, help me, help me, help me. That's what I'm starting, that's another thing, that's hypocrisy, people, okay? You're sitting here, you're protesting police officers. I saw this lady, doesn't matter what color she was or what she did, but she was talking about how the police officers need to be abolished. We don't need them. Civilians should control the laws. That's what we should do. We should take it into our own hands. Wrong. For all you anarchists out there, all you people that believe that the government is just awful and that all these things are just tying you down, good for you. You go, you take your hallucinations a little longer, because the thing is, these are in place for a reason. These things, whether it's the military, whether it's police officers, whether it's firefighters, whether it's doctors, they're in place for a reason. Political officials, they're in there for a reason. Now, maybe they suck. Maybe they have their own hidden agendas and they're lobbyists and all these by big business. That's true. But I do not believe that as a country or in the world in general, you should have citizens control the law of the land. That's not how this works.
I want to jump in and have a little rebuttal with you here. For some things I agree with you, but others I do believe that citizens should be in control.
Okay.
We should not be going out and be like, say, my brother's friend comes over and I don't like the way he looks. I'll be like, what are you doing? And say he reaches for his phone and I shoot him. I'll be like, oh, well, that's the way I felt. I'm taking control. I'm being the police officer. Like that sense, hell no. That's not the way citizens should be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't design the laws.
But in the way of like, well, I guess it depends on what laws we're talking. If we're talking about the law of like the state or the law of America, not even just the fact of it's like shooting people. I'm talking about the laws of like how you drive your car. Remember in Illinois we had that thing where they wanted you to pay to drive.
Yeah, that went away real quick.
That thing needs to be that's what citizens should control. Mm-hmm. We need to control.
So when laws are going to be passed, when bills are going to be passed.
Like that. I'm not saying we should control the law. We should be able to say what laws get passed and what laws don't get passed.
Right.
But we should not be the law. That's not. Nobody should be the law.
Right.
The laws are set into place to keep us in check.
Right. Because humans as a whole, like, we are a weird species. We truly are.
Well, one, we're very stupid.
Yeah.
Even all you smart asses out there, you're very stupid because you're a human. That just happens.
We have human flaws.
Yep. You're gonna make errors. You're gonna fail. But then you also have that good human. Everybody's a good person.
Right.
Everybody, even the people who go out and shoot these cops, at one point or another, that was a good person. Mm-hmm. Something happened in their life which turned them.
Right.
So maybe it was with the police officer who thinks he was above the law, messed with this kid at a young age, gave him a ticket, and that just clicked in his mind. He's like, you know what? One of these days I'm going to get back at him.
Right.
And then he just snapped from his military background, maybe.
Could be.
And then he thought, I'm going to take the law in my hands.
Right.
Maybe then he became one of those anarchists and was just like, I'm going to burn everything. I'm going to blow people up and shoot people.
So let's go back to the Micah, what is it, John? No. Micah Johnson. So he actually, supposedly, obviously, this is all hearsay, but in a thing that I don't know if it was a letter that was written or what. No, I believe he told the cops when they were trying to negotiate with him before he was blown up. He said he wanted to kill cops and kill white people. That is not how this works, okay? That's a hate crime, okay? And for a lot of these people that are, you're knocking on me because of the color of my skin or because I'm Muslim or I'm this.
Or the thing is that white people are racist.
Right. But that's racist in its own right. I'm going to kill white people. That's
How
racist.
is that not racist?
Right, exactly.
That's the same thing as me hating on a black guy.
Right.
There is no difference between a black guy hating on a white guy.
No, and that's the thing. You should not hate on anyone because of their race, because of their ethnic background.
Hate on them for their actions, for who they are as a person.
As a person. That's what this should be. That's how it should be.
Like, I could wake up tomorrow and I could completely hate you.
Right.
You could do something that pissed me off and I will never talk to you again.
Wow.
I mean, I wouldn't do that because... I mean, we probably have a fight. We probably knock a couple teeth out of each other, but we're gonna get back together. Right. That's how all humans should be. If you want to fight it out.
It's like Kanye and Taylor Swift, man.
Oh my God, I'm not even.
I know we won't get into that today, but
like if you are genuinely angry at either like an ethnic group or like a police or a firefighter or someone, anybody, you have to work it out. Like be a person, be a man, be a guy, be a person that like has like a spirit, I guess. I don't know.
Have a spine.
Yeah, have a spine.
Have a voice. Stand up for, but don't take. That's the thing. Stand up for what you believe in, but do it the right way. I've seen people on the news, and they're talking about how this whole movement is just like it's anti-cop related, and it really is. It's the more and more you hear it, it's like, well, we're just pissed at cops. We just want to kill cops. I think I saw something. It was there. I don't know where they're posting. They're marching, chanting about killing cops. I'm like, that's not what you want to do. Mm-hmm. America is sick right now, and it's a problem.
Oh, really? If you look at it, it's not even just America. The whole world is starting to fall apart very rapidly.
Right.
Because we got the stuff going on in France. There's something that just happened in Turkey.
Oh, yeah, the military coup.
Yeah, something else. I forget where else. Some other terrorist attack just happened. I think we were Germany, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so all this stuff is happening all around the world.
He's just a crazy dude with a axe on a train, but yes.
But still, it's just like, what the hell?
Well, we have Pokemon Go.
Yeah, and even then it's not even working out. There's people luring people to kill them.
That's fucked up.
There's already been a couple murders.
You people are trying to ruin Pokemon Go. All you assholes out there trying to do that, take a seat, because that's bullshit, all right? This is a great time to, for a person in their 20s with Pokemon Go. But, yeah, I mean, the world's just crazy right now, man, and
we need another flood.
Right, well, yeah, we need Noah.
Another plague.
We need to bring an ark.
Natural selection.
Right, there you go. I felt like that's something that as I'm watching the news, and especially when I was sitting there at the concert, I was seeing how look at all these people uniting, and it doesn't matter where you come from, what you do, but you have a common cause, and it brings people together. And when I saw that, I'm like, we really need to talk about this, because this is just something that's relative in the world right now. It's something we can just, Well, today on Second City Entertainment, we're going to talk about the Cubs and the All-Star break. This was something that I felt was real and it needed to be discussed. And
like I said, at the concert, I seen fat people, skinny people, tall people, short people, black, white, Asian. I seen a bunch of people that didn't even speak English. I seen a bunch of people that just didn't even. There were a lot of handicapped.
Yeah.
People that couldn't even walk, and they're going out there and they're rocking and rolling and they're.
You feel united.
Yeah, like everybody could come together for one cause.
When they're telling you, put your fist up in the air, put your horns in the air.
Everybody.
And you feel united when you do it. You feel united.
Why can't we do that when we do these protests? I'm doing quotes for protesting. Right. So if you want to have a Black Lives Matter group, come together as a community.
And that's what I've seen people saying too. And I there are those out there, the African Americans that have come out and said, yeah, you're doing it wrong. There should be, because for the guy that, oh my goodness, I cannot remember his name. He just was shot maybe a week or two ago by police officers. And his son was on the news. He had a press conference. And his son, 15, I believe, maybe 15 or 16 years old, so wise for his age, comes out and he talks about his father. And his father was a good man. No matter what people say, he believes his father was a good man, that stuff. But then he goes on to say, all you guys out there protesting, you're doing it wrong. It should never be violent. Protests should not be violent. You should not be shooting cops. You should not be shooting innocent people. There should be no drugs, nothing. It should just be a peaceful protest. That's how. Look at what Martin Luther King did.
I was actually just about to say, if they want to do a protest right, you do what MLK did.
There's YouTube.
Yeah.
And when you're done listening to this podcast, you can look up Martin Luther King's all his rallies he did.
I'm not trying to just stay on the black topic here, but I mean that's what it's all about.
Well, yeah, I mean there's the whole Black Lives Matter thing, and people can say what they want. You can leave a comment at the end of the video, but it reminds me a lot of when you go back in time, you read the KKK movement, because it's one group hating on another group just for whether their race or their religion or
their
whatever.
ethnicity.
Right. That's bullshit. And the Black Lives Matter thing to me is the same thing when it's being used in the wrong way. There are certain people out there that believe in the Black Lives Matter movement, and they're doing it the right way. And what it should really mean is like, hey, just because I'm black, you shouldn't shoot me. A cop shouldn't treat me any different just because I'm black or just because I'm Hispanic or whatever.
See, I completely agree with that.
And that's how it should be.
But when you're going out and flipping cars and getting the police's face...
You're acting like the Cubs just won the World Series. That's ridiculous.
When you do that, that's all the more reason for the cops to be like, hey, we really need to watch these people.
Right.
You're making your name way worse than you think you are.
Right. And I'm not going to be naive here and sit here and act like cops are these angels and they don't do anything wrong. I've seen it. They've clearly done some things wrong.
They're a piece of shit.
Over the hundreds of thousands of police officers in America, it is not that the majority of them are not like that. I just don't believe that, and I've known a lot of cops.
I forget his name, but there's one police officer. He's always posting YouTube videos. He always goes to this neighborhood.
You see him dancing and stuff?
Yeah, he's a white cop, and he goes to a black neighborhood, and he's always dancing with the little kids. He's playing basketball. The friendliest guy.
But you don't see that.
No, they don't show that because why would they? They don't need to show that.
And the media is at fault, and we really didn't get into that, but the media is at fault because they want to stir the shit. They want to stir the pot.
Because it gets views.
Right.
It gets people interested.
Right. Like I said before we went on, I was talking about the chief from, the police officer from Milwaukee. And he was a black officer, and he was talking about, they asked him about the Black Lives Matter movement, and he called it radical, and he called it that it was ridiculous, and it is terror. That's what he called it. He said it's not a good movement, and he himself was saying, for 2 years I saw this coming. This is all about anti-cops and hurting cops and blah, blah, blah. And they cut to commercial because they didn't want him to say anymore. Mm-hmm. But that's how that's how some people really feel. And it's the same thing like the Republican convention is in Ohio right now. It started today. And Donald Trump is there. And, the thing is, and I mean, we're not going to sit here and get on a political banner of where we stand with Trump, Hillary, whatever. John Cena 2016. But the thing is that some people think Trump's an asshole. And some people really like what he's saying because he's saying things that no one else wants to say. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that I believe that Trump's a good candidate for presidency or in any way. It's the thing is that you get gravitated to a certain ideology. And it could be good. Some people could view it as good or bad. But the common denominator in the end, and I believe that if you don't believe this, then you have something wrong with you, is that no matter who you are, where you come from, what color your skin is, whatever, you should not be mistreated by anyone else just because of that. Whether it's by a police officer, military official, a politician, just a civilian, doesn't matter. You should not be treated any different because of that. Mm-hmm. We are supposed to be the land of the free, and I know at times it doesn't feel that way, but that's what we're supposed to be. We are united as men and women, not mattering what we do, who we are, our background. Like you said, if you're a good person, then you should be fine. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't have to worry about your safety. Cops shouldn't have to go out either and worry about getting shot. An African-American boy riding his bike or a girl shouldn't be worried about getting shot by an officer just because they're black. It shouldn't be that way.
But see, the thing is, the way everything's happening, like they do have to worry, actually, because that's what's happening.
That's what I'm saying.
But if, for whatever reason, if you guys ever get pulled over, just do what the cops say.
Like me.
Take your dignity. Just don't be that guy. Be like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to. Just listen to what they say. If you cooperate with them, they cooperate with you.
Well, like for me, the other day, I was in a little bit of an accident, and the cops were there, and they came up to me, kept my hand on top of the wheel until he came up. I said, I'm going to reach for my insurance and everything. So I was always taught to do. I did that. He was cool with me. He was super, super cool with me.
You
and I get it.
Respect,
some people might be listening and saying, but Ryan, it's because you're a white dude. No. It's because I was respectful to the officer. Okay? If you act like a dick, they're going to act like a dick.
Because then they're going to feel that tension.
Right.
Like I said, I'm going to bring back to the pit bull, to the dogs in general. If you show a dog fear or show anger, that dog is going to eat off your feelings.
Right.
And act on your actions.
Right.
Same exact way with people. If I'm going up to you and you could feel tension, if I'm putting pressure on you, you're going to get pressure and you might do something stupid, I might do something stupid.
Right.
Same exact thing.
Right.
Just stay calm, do exactly what they say. Just don't be a dumbass.
Right.
It's really that simple. Just don't be a dumbass.
And that is what I'm going to leave you with today is the wise words of Joey, don't be a dumbass.
Yeah.
Guys, as always, leave a comment on the video. You can find us on youtube.com, search Second City Entertainment. If you go on our Instagram and search Second City Entertainment, the link's there. It's a lot of random letters, and that's why I don't say it all out loud. Facebook.com/Second City Entertainment. Give us a like. And on Twitter, it's Second City, capital E. You can test it out and see if the little E works. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dan's not here, but I am going to do a quote of the week because, why not? My quote of the week is, obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. Michael Jordan.
You stay safe out there, Chicago.